Hello, my marvellous sausages, and after, well, about a 50-minute delay, I've managed to get into the tower here, so we've got our Destiny 2 weekly reset. Pretty big week this week because we've got quite a few things happening. Not only we've got a huge patch with loads of changes in it, so I'm going to be going through that a little bit later on in the video, so you can skip forward to that or sit there and listen to me drone on if you'd like to. But we've also got a new exotic mission, so we'll have a little look at what we can about that. We'll have a look at what we've got new in the portal, new weapons, and we'll have a little look at what we've got in the Eververse as well. So then, let's get on with it. And of course, the big news now is that our power is not going to reset at the beginning of Renegades. It was due to set back down to 200, and the amount of people who have been speaking in comments saying that they can't stand that idea and it's really putting them off playing, well, that's not happening any longer. Power is now going to remain the same. I'm sure we'll have an increase in the power cap, but we don't get reset to 200, which is quite nice. And another thing that's quite nice as well is because I've just noticed how horrendous this is, really. Because look, right, I wanted to, what did I want to do? I wanted to basically stick something into my tracking this year, and I thought, oh, there we are, that's 401 there, and I went to it to do it, and I haven't got enough unstable cores. It's 5,000 stable cores. Well, anyway, those were due to reset in Renegades, but now they no longer are. They're going to carry over, so two real big good things happening there, because that was a huge turd looming on the horizon, wasn't it? So first things first, we've got a new exotic mission that we can all play. I've got to admit though, I was quite surprised because there's no mention of it at all. At least I didn't have any mention of it when I first signed in. Let me know in the comments if you did. It could have been because I got in, so I was just dying to get in very fast. So if you didn't get any notification of it, you have to come here to the Pinnacle Ops and go in there, and then you can see it here. Look, it's called Heliostat. There's 2 completion rewards for that. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to be playing that a little bit later on, a video coming on that from me tomorrow once we've managed to get through it. So that's quite cool. We got the Heliostat there, and the reward for that is the Wolfsbane Sword, which, well, it looks pretty good, really. Its intrinsic trait is light attacks generate sword energy and have the chance to spawn seeking quicksilver nanites that heal the wielder upon attaching. So it's basically a sword disguised as an axe, but that looks pretty cool. Looking forward to having a bash with that. So yes, make sure you come into the Pinnacle Ops and sort that out. And while we're in the Pinnacle Ops here, it's worth noting we've added in various things into the Pinnacle Ops that used to be in the fire team part of it. So we've got Contest of Elders. We've also got, hang on, let me scroll down a little bit. We've also got, where we've got the Onslaught Midtown, look, and we've got Onslaught Widow's Court, and we've got the Coil in here as well. So those have all been shuffled around a little bit as of today. And then we've also got Arms Week this week as well. So we've got a dual stuff happening. As normal, we got our daily challenges here to get the event tokens, which we can then use to buy stuff from the event shop. What have we got here? Well, my dailies are defeat combatants with shotguns, defeat combatants using shotguns, defeat combatants with a shotgun. It's shotguns, if you didn't know. Remember, it was hand cannons last time. It's shotguns this time. The weekly challenges spend combat telemetry during Arms Week. Let's have a look at what we've got down here as well. So we've got Distorted Arms Week engrams here. We've got tier 3 there. Let's have a little look. We should have a little look at the weapons as well. Yeah, so we've got the trackiness shotgun here, which we could have earned. When did we earn that last? It was quite recent, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, there we go. There it is, the trackiness shotgun there. And it's also got the sword here too, that we could earn the Financier. That's there as well. But let's have a little look down and see what we've got here from... Well, we can see we've got the shooting range here, which is where we have to go to speak to Ada. So remember, we pop and see Ada, and that gets the whole ball rolling. And remember, we come to the shooting range, and here she is over to the right. Look, let's go and have a look and see what we got. It'll just be the same as what we can get through our Arms Week thing. But let's have a little look. So we've got an initial calibration there, so we can get the trackiness from her too. Let's grab that. Nice. Lovely. And then we've got initial calibration and complete the following rounds of shotgun tuning. So we've got quests that we need to complete there. So what's that one? Defeat targets in portal activities with weapons using a shotgun is more progress. Complete matches in Crucible. Participating in the Arms Week hardware grants more bonus progress. So let's have a little look here at the engrams and what we've got on offer. So we've basically got the trackiness shotgun and the sword, the Financier that we saw there. And then we've got the hollow foil versions of them too. Very sexy. And yeah, there's that one there as well. But for me, the most interesting thing, look, is this. We can get the submersion combat bow. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm going to be playing this then because I want to get this. That's quite cool. Oh yes, I'm delighted. Excellent. There we are. Cool. So we can get the submersion combat bow through Arms Week rewards as well, which is excellent, although it doesn't seem to be a hollow foil version of it, but never mind. And here's the shop where we can buy things with silver and also with our event tokens that we can grab there. Nothing that you wouldn't expect. And finally, then we got the sharpshooter progress there for the title. What have we got? I don't think I'm going to have much chance of gilding this, really. But anyway, there we go. There's Arms Week this week, and of course, it's for shotguns. Don't forget as well that we get the really cool modifiers that pop up too. So it'll be interesting to see which ones, if there's any new ones this week for that. And it's time to have a look at Zavala's weapon. We've got the Jurisprudent again, but it's a tier 5 look, which is pretty goddamn cool. Let's have a look at the rolls. Oh my god, there's thousands of them. What do we got? Focused Fury, Harmony, Adrenaline Junkie, Recycled Energy, Lone Wolf, Rapid Hit, Appended Mag, Extended Mag, Full Bore, or Arrowhead Break, and that's got a handling masterwork. So that's this one here on the end. We're going to go along now to the second one. Let's have a look at that. We've got Explosive Payload, Harmony, Focused Fury, Enlightened Action, Tunnel Vision, Recycled Energy, Alloy Magazine, Accurized Rounds, Chambered Compensator, and a Hammerforged Riffling, and a Handling Masterwork again. For the third one, let's look. We've got Binary Orbit, Explosive Payload, Adrenaline Junkie, Built to Blast, Lone Wolf, Rapid Hit, Accurized Rounds, Tactical Mag, Smell Bow, and also Arrowhead Break. For the fourth one, we've got Binary Orbit, Adrenaline Junkie, Headstone, Lone Wolf, Tunnel Vision, Built to Blast, Flared Magwell, Appended Mag, Corkscrew Rifling, and Hammer Forged Rifling. And finally, for the last fifth one, we've got the No Distractions, Adrenaline Junkie, Harmony, Rapid Hit, Enlightened Action, Lone Wolf, Tactical Mag, Appended Mag, Full Bore, and Smell Bow. So there we go. That's pretty cool. I don't have a tier 5 of one of those yet, so I'm going to be looking forward to grabbing one when I've chucked another load of rubbish out of the window. Now, in the patch notes, they're coming up a little bit later on, but it said that we're getting a shader here. Let me have a little look. The Iron Valor shader. There, look, which you can pick up from Shaxi Poo. So that's quite cool. So, well, that's there. Let's have a little look at it and see what it looks on. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yes. Oh, it's quite brown leathery, and I'm there for that. Yeah, that's good. Make sure you pick that baby up. Lovely. And here we are with Ada 1. Let's have a look at what you got for us, Ada the Shader. We've got the Tusked Allegiance set, which is quite nice. Remember, the stats are rubbish, but it's good for the old transmog. A nice set, this, actually. That looks really nice. I particularly like the helmet for the Warlock here as well. Look at that. It's mean. Anyway, there we are. That's good. And let's have a look at the shaders. What do we have? Ooh, Satu Tribe. We don't have that often. And it's got a little moire effect. Look, you can just see the sort of closely packed lines there on me coat. Just noticed again, but it does say tit on the back of me coat. Look. And then we got Echoes of Io Worn again, which I do quite like, but we've had that quite often. Can we just jiggle it up a bit? And Dead Orbit's Fate, which, oh, that one's quite nice. I quite like that one, yes. And we have an update today, Destiny 2, update 9.1.5. Let's dive in and have a check of it. So, first of all, General Kepler's Ultimate Relativity now focuses engrams and daily rewards up to 450 power. And Exotic Focusing at Master Rahul will now award gear at your power level. Oh, that's nice. That's a good change. And Exotic Focusing at Ada 1 is no longer capped at 200. Oh, that's good as well. Oh, that's nice. They fixed an issue where specific holofoil weapon visuals could cause a crash on specific devices. Players will now see the intended holofoil visuals. Fixed an issue where players could not dismantle nonary manifolds in a full stack. And Devrim will no longer show reputation rank on his director tooltip. And they've also fixed an issue where the Final Shape Legendary campaign start screen incorrectly referenced completing the Edge of Fates campaign. That was incorrect. And as we've seen, a new exotic mission has launched. So for the first run of Heliostat, which is the name of the mission will be locked at normal difficulty and fixed modifiers. Rewards for this first run will be a power bump for all fire team members, no matter where they are on the power journey, and once completed the full portal tiers, and modifier customizations will be available in the Pinnacle Ops, and they must be configured appropriately for power progression. Nice! And portal tweaks, what have we got here? The following fire team ops activities have moved to Pinnacle Ops. I think that's good because the fire team thing was just endless. It had 28 billion pages on it. So Onslaught, Midtown, and Widow's Court is over in Pinnacle Ops, and the Coil and Contest of Elders as well. They've increased the frequency with which the Deluge Accelerator will drop energy wells. I haven't had much of a go of that yet, but that's good to me. In the Encore Pinnacle Op, the door to the final boss arena will now open without needing to wait through the dialogue. They fixed an issue where players might not revive consistently in Reclaim and some Pinnacle Ops activities. And also they fixed an issue where Pinnacle Ops would not count for some objectives. The description for the medieval weapons modifier did not state that it required new gear armor like the other loadout modifiers. And in the Coil, where the match game modifier would make immunity shields much more difficult to break than intended, they fixed that. And they've also fixed the completion rewards from the Fallen Saber conquest were going directly to Postmaster. The Desert Perpetual, they fixed an issue where players who completed the Atlas and Almanac quest and the Desert Perpetual Epic before completing the maps and territories quest in the normal version of the raid were unable to complete the latter quest, blocking access to vendor attunement and the Whirling Ovation Catalyst. It's all gibberish to me, that. Crucible, Trials of Osiris, they fixed an issue that was preventing players from being able to change their glow colours using the Flawless Passage, and also they fixed an issue where players could pick up a Trials Passage while on a Lighthouse Passage with no losses. And in competitive, they've added the new Ascendant emblem. This emblem can be claimed at Shacks if you have been ranked Ascendant 3 or higher at any point this season. And they fixed an issue where the slow capture rule set for collision could cause matches to end early. The rule set has been re-enabled in competitive. Okay, so they fixed that. Exotic armor, the Strongholds for the Titans. They reverted the entirety of the Stronghold rework for update 9.1.0. So were they nerfed? Was that what's happened? I don't use the Strongholds. And the Melas Panoplia fixed an issue where the Forge Master melee regen was remaining active after switching off Throwing Hammer. And we got a bit of a weapon tuning sweep here. Oh, crikey, here we go. So, adaptive hand cannons. They've increased the range to 46, the handling to 55, and the reload speed to 50. Spread shots, they've increased bonus damage from 8 to 15%. They reduced the range by 5%, increased spread by 10%, the recoil by 25%, and the handling by 10%. Sidearms, heavy bursts, they've reduced the base damage, they've reduced body shot damage to 31, and the critical hit damage to 49.6. That's a bit specific. Exotic weapons, the hierarchy of needs, they fixed an issue where the catalyst was not improving draw time and reload speed when striking a target. And weapons fixes, they fixed an issue where the antidate submachine gun's red dot sight was slightly off center. It was broken. Now they fixed it. General fixes to abilities. The bolt charge. They fixed an issue where bolt charge could not be discharged with a glaive melee. And passive traits for the hunter. They've increased the hunter default sprint speed to 8.6 meters a second, so you're slightly faster than hunters. The passive non-sprinting movement speed bonus increased from old tier 4 mobility to old tier 10 mobility. In PvP modes, this bonus is equivalent of old tier 5. And hunters now have a 10% bonus to weapon equip speed. In PvP modes, this bonus is 5%. Warlock, they now have an innate 10% bonus to passive grenade energy regeneration and a 5% additive bonus to grenade damage. That's halved in PvP. And for the Titans, unarmed melee deals 20% increased damage against PvE combatants. Damage increases as 5% against players in PvP. Towering and rally barricades taunt PvE combatants in front of the barricade. That's quite good, so you're going to draw their fire. And then a Titan passive trait bonuses have been live since October the 8th. And they're taking a big swing at the classes. Let's have a little look here. For the hunters, the marksman dodge now picks up nearby ammo bricks and activation and reloads all weapons. Strand, suspending slam aspect no longer increases cooldown after use, and suspending enemies with the slam now gives woven mail, and the duration scales with the number of enemies suspended. And threaded spectre aspects increase fragment slots from 2 to 3. More fragment slots, that's good. And looking at solar, so for on your mark, stacks of on your mark now give weapon stat, and a max of 50 weapon stat at 10 stacks. Still grants previous reload benefit. They've rescaled the stack count to a max of 10 stacks, and precision hits now give 1 stack, and precision final blows give 2. Final blows at 2 stacks now QEU, and precision final blows at 10 stacks no longer give radiant. Good god, this stuff gets a bit dry for me. Deadshot super now refunds ammo on golden gun final blows instead of ignitions, and now extends super duration. Energy diminishes with final blows, grants less in Crucible. And then stasis, the grim harvest. The stasis shard creation no longer has a cooldown in PvE. The combination blow melee, they fixed an issue where it wasn't consistently activating. And in prismatic, the gunpowder gamble aspect, they fixed an issue where the final blows with non-solar weapons were not granting gunpowder gamble stack. attacks. And the stylish executioner aspect, they fixed an issue with a threaded spike with withering blade melees would not apply weaken after activating this aspect. On to the Warlock's constructs. The following Warlock constructs now count as grenades. This is, thank God for that, right? Because I'm a Warlock, basically. And it used to bug me when the Arc Soul wouldn't count as grenade kills or whatever. So the Ionic Sentry, the Arc Soul, the Helion, the Bleak Watcher, and Child of the Old Gods, all of those now will count as grenades for stats and perks. That's good. Now for the Void subclass, the Chaos Accelerant now grants 2 grenade charges. Scatter Grenade. Charge grenades now create 4 more Seekers. They've increased the Seeker damage by 25%. They've improved the Seeker tracking versus combatants, and they've increased the Charge Seeker lifetime as well. Axion Bolts. Charge grenades now detonate twice, increasing charge projectile damage by 25% and reduced projectile speed by 40% when it's tracking. For the Vortex Grenade, the Charged Grenade's Vortex now repeatedly pulls enemies into it. Against enemy players, pull strength is reduced over time, so that means, I assume that means they're the Guardians. Spike Grenades now charges into handheld Supernova, as does Espresso Grenades, Suppressor Grenades, and Void Wall Grenades, and now charge as well into a handheld Supernova. Nice. For Stasis, the Glacial Harvest aspect remove the Stasis Shard creation cooldown in PvE. Right, okay, but that's not quite ready yet. There's going to be in a little incremental update, the next one, I'd imagine. The Weave Walk aspect, tuned movement and Weave Walk for enter and exit, and for Prismatic, the Pocket Singularity, they fixed an issue where sliding with Lightning Surge equipped could cause players to lose additional melee charges. Titans, for Stasis, Shiver Strike, Whiffed Attack now returns a flat 80% energy in PvE and 40% in PvP. In the Howl of the Storm, 2 melee charges, the Stasis Crystal Spawn pattern and added 4 more crystals, and now it also slows enemy players instead of freezing them. The Cryoclasm aspect increased fragment slots from 2 to 3, reduced long slide cooldown from 4 seconds to 2, and Tectonic Harvest Stasis Shard creation no longer has a cooldown in PvE. And for Void, Unbreakable, so they reduce the grenade energy drain speed when holding a shield, reduce forward movement slowdown when the shield is hit by an attack, and increased fragment slots from 2 to 3 on that one. Blast now disorientates enemies for a short time, or disorients, and Bastion no longer creates cooldown time in PvE. A few changes to the ammo system. They've increased the special ammo meter gains at no low investment for primary ammo weapon final blows by 33%, right? And for the shooting range, ammo generation is now enabled, so you're just going to generate ammo. That's good. Quests and Pursuit. Let's have a look. Fixed an issue where some players were unable to complete Reclaim Datapad seasonal challenges. Players missing these challenges will now be able to acquire datapads they had not picked up before. They fixed an issue where players who had already unlocked the tower could not progress through a Guardian Rises. Bugger. Fixed an issue where Banshee 44 only had 2 daily bounties available, and fixed an issue where Banshee 44's repeatable bounties could be purchased after the held cap for those bounties had been reached. And they've also fixed an issue where platform achievements could not be completed. So the Belly of the Beast can now be completed in the portal at Master Difficulty, and the Prestige can be completed in the portal at Grand Master Difficulty 2. They've got some audio fixes as well. They fixed an issue where some temporary voiceover had not been replaced in Ash and Iron activities. Player identity and expression. What does this mean? The Iron Beryllium armor set has been renamed to the Iron Forged Valor set, and they've also updated the description, text, and set bonus details to match the visuals. They've added the Iron Banana shader, Iron Valor, for players to claim from Lord Shaxx. Alright, okay. So there's an Iron Banner shader there now with Lord Shaxx. Fixed an issue where the Primer shader was not appearing in collections, and also an issue where the Point of Divergence Sparrow and the Reclamation Rewards Pass was not appearing in collections. The name of the ship on the Ash and Iron Rewards Pass has been changed from Renegade Leader to to that. Fixed an issue where the Tuster Legion's cloak armor was missing its cape. The Hot Toss emote, alongside the Ascendant Flow Skimmer Pack, has been removed from the Eververse. All existing and future owners of the Ascendant Flow Skimmer Pack will instead be able to claim this emote as a bonus item of special deliveries at the launch of Renegades. Existing owners of this emote will also receive a silver refund for the emote's cost at a later date. I don't know what was going on there. And also they fixed an issue where holochip extractors were not properly removing holochips introduced in Ash and Iron. Phew! Those are large patch notes. Right then, all that remains is to have a look at the Eververse for this week. Don't forget to pick up your Bright Dust. Let's pick that baby up there. 700 again, isn't it? Yes, thanks very much indeed. Okay, what have we got? You've got the Empirical Imperative shader, which is yellows and blues.
Yeah, it emphasises me tits there.
What else have we got? Oh, here we go. The Hapaloclon Haberlochliner. The Haberlochliner? The Haberlochliner. Haberlochliner. Anyway, there it is. Oh, I actually quite like that. I don't know why, but I do. It's hectic, you know, and I quite like that. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. It's got, it looks like I got a bit of a fish scale thing going on there too, or a snake skin thing. Yes, nice indeed. We've got the Dreaming Shimmer Transmat effect there. Let's preview that. They're quite cool. And we've got a ship. We've got the Kemper Research Model. Oh, it's a submersible. Oh, that's nice. Oh, one of my favourite things in this game is ships and sparrows and things, and I think that looks great. I wish I could control it and fly it around the place instead of it just being a loading screen. Bah! Anyway, there we are, there's that. Okay, we've got the Hexa Hood, so we've got the, not Witch Queen, Witcher set, and we're onto the helmets. This, of course, is the Warlock helmet, and very nice it is too, yes. And the Titan one is the Caer Morhen helm. I like that because it sounds Welsh to me. Ooh, it's cool. It's got a really cool scar down it as well. Yeah, that's very nice, Titans. Nice one, Titans. Lovely. And the Hunter's the White Wolf set. Here's the cowl. Ooh, hang on now. No, I got my helmet on. Hang on. There it is. Now you can see it. Yes, very nice indeed. Yes, we like that. Next, the Dance Off emote, which is quite cool because it's on a chair. I do quite like that. Yes, is that all it does? Different colour chairs, though. Yeah, I quite like that. Nice and fast. There we are, good, lovely, we like that. And then going down to the remains of the brightest Malarkeys, we've got the Pie Me multiplayer emote. Hey! That's rather entertaining. I quite like that. Yes, very good, very good. There we are, yes, like, stop playing with yourself. What else do we have here? We've got the Malware set, we're onto the cowl. And it does look nice, doesn't it? The cowl, that's the Warlock cowl. Ooh, this is a great set, this. I really do like it. Anyway, there we are. There's the helmet. And here's the Malware helm for the Titans as well. And that's another good one. Oh, I do like that. Oh, look at that massiveness. It's more massive than I thought. And it's got a right Cylon look to it. That's great. And here's the Hunter Malware mask too. And that is also very nice. Yeah, 3 great masks on that Malware set. Top marks. We've got the Net Pershell, so it's the Pusscat thing again. Look, it's Pushcat with electric metal whiskers. And he's either doing a big electric poo out of his bum hole, or it's his tail. So there we are, that's what that is, the Net Pershell. Then we've got the Daemon Flight ship, which is pretty spectacularly good, isn't it, really? You can't say, yeah, you can't not, ooh, look at the nice big engine. You can't disagree with that, can you? That's bloody lovely, and it's great. And then we've got the Stalwart vehicle as well, and that is also very nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Very nice indeed. Nice little, well, it's kind, yeah, it is a purpley jet, or is it blue? I don't know, it's me age. Right. Oh, we got the mag spike. You know, this is a weapon ornament for the graviton spike. That's nice. That is nice. Very. Oh, I'm a sucker for ornaments as well, aren't you? That's a corker. I like that one. Oh, I'm just gonna have to buy it because, you know, why not? I think I'm gonna have to buy that helmet as well. I gotta buy that as well. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna buy the ship. Oh, I can't. I'll do it later. Now look at this attack projection. Now I'm choosing Jaws, because that's great, and I never usually buy projections, right? Because I got my indie hat on there, which I will never change. But because it's Jaws related, or somebody's going to tell me now it's Shark versus Tornado, or whatever it's called, Megal, or whatever, you know, those absolutely dreadful films are hilarious. I'm going to buy it anyway. I just made history there. I made history by buying a different projection. Not going to change it, mind. Just there for posterity. We've got the renewal entrance here. Let's have a look at that. Oh, they are. It's like a traveller's poo coming down, and we emerge. We've got crystalline breakout. Yeah. We've also got cannon fodder, which I quite like because you basically come out of a cannon. Ready? A pew. Yeah, that's good. And then onto the shaders. Ultra clean. And I do like this one. It's a little bit like Rustberry, isn't it? But an inverted version of it. I do quite like that. That's nice. Tide Smoke, which I always quite fancy. Just like a dirty greeny grey, but it's got like little bubbly. It looks like you're looking under a microscope at bacteria. There we are. That's quite nice. We've got the Atlantic Rush, which is like reds and blues. It's quite striking, actually. Yes, that's quite nice. And finally, we've got the 44 steel. This is all the way back to Forsaken, and I think I quite like this. Yes, I do. It's quite nice. Splendid. So there we go. Actually, a busy week in Destiny 2. That's nice after the calm and nothingness of last week. Hopefully, we'll see a bit of a boost in player engagement and players playing this week. I'm going to go off now and play the exotic mission. There will be a video on that from me tomorrow, just to see what's going on and what goodies we have in there. And let me know in the comments what you think about the changes, what you think about the power level thing being trashed in the bin. I think that's a great thing. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage, hurt.
Well, I'm there. I turned it off. Hello.